If this was such a passion for you to spread the news and spread the message to help out those who are in need, who struggle with mental health, who have severe depression, anxiety, like suicidal thoughts, have committed suicide, you would probably want to memorize this fucking line.
Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility.
Are you fucking kidding me? So here's where I had to stop and I was like, fuck you, Liver King. Fuck you. Now the cat's out of the bag, fully opened, the veil has been lifted. We all know for a fact that Brian Johnson, the Liver King, was on steroids the entire time.
Yes, I've done steroids. And yes, I am on steroids.
He lied about the entire thing. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts. We're going to go through this video. I've already seen it and I got my thoughts on it. And there's some things I'm going to repeat that other YouTubers have said, but there's things I've came up on Oh man, God. Okay, so we're just gonna go over this right now. Here's some. I do not accept his apology. I mean, I do forgive him because I have to as a person. I have to just I just do, because I'm not gonna lose sleep over him. I'm not gonna hold anything against him. But how he did it, I don't respect. I lost a lot of respect for him, even more respect than I ever had. And here's why. Number one, go check out John Bravo's video as well too. He's discovered this as well. And basically, number one, he had to apologize. You double down on it, hope it go, or you hope it goes away. Or you just apologize. How you apologize and what you do next will really define who that kind of person is. And he's starting off on the wrong note for me right now in the hardest possible way. Number one, he had to apologize. You believe his apology is sincere right now? No. Here's why. Cut to the chase. He's reading a damn teleprompter. Yeah. Okay. So go over, check John Bravo's out. When I got to actually look at it and look down and see this, let me tell you from experience, I don't look up teleprompters. I'll give you guys some eye lines when it comes to, I do a lot of like self tapes and stuff for movies and roles, whatever. Here's an eye line. Here's the eye line right now at the camera. You guys can see me right now. I'm looking at you right now into the camera. Right now, I am engaged. I can talk to you right now and get very deep and be like, you. Right now, I look at you. When you're in film, you don't want to look at the camera because you don't want to do that at all. You basically have like a line to here with somebody or here. So when the camera's at you, it can still get you. But again, your eye line is directly right there when you're talking to somebody, right? You're doing a teleprompter, and here's a couple eye lines we can go over right now. One looking at you. Here's the actual monitor that I look at sometimes because I just want to make sure that things are going the way it should so I can see if I'm in the middle or whatever, right? Looking down back at you guys is the eye line here. Eye line at my actual like flip screen. My mouse, if you guys understand this too. This guy has $1 million business before this whole thing even started. He already had $1 million business. He was already rich, he says in the video, okay? He's already rich, number one. Which means that if he's running a company, he definitely has a good level or a high level of intelligence or intellect to be able to run a business. This guy is not stupid. He had a plan that was revealed in the More Placement Dates video. You can see it all there. He plotted out this exact same thing and had the financial backing to be able to do it. I need to be able to make this character look good, so I need the drugs to be able to do it, and then I need the coach to be able to do it. Then I need a coach and drugs. I need a health place to get my steroids, and I need a bodybuilding coach to make me look like I do. I'm going to bring you athletic ability because I already had that in the first place. And then I need to have some kind of money to make sure the marketing's right so I can get 1 million followers or whatever it was, the plan that was in sometime in 2022. It's all right there in the email, okay? So this guy had a plan to do this entire thing. He knows what he's doing. He's got someone writing him this. The only thing is like his character still shows through. Let's watch.
Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed.
Again, because embarrassed and ashamed. Take a pause, look down.
Because I lied. And I misled a lot of people. I've stated that this is a complicated...
That right there is what you call that right there. That is just regular eyes. Probably thinking about what he needs to say.
Social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure.
Now, let me tell you something, right? A lot of bodybuilders aren't really like actual like IFBB professional, competing bodybuilders don't like influencers because of things like this. This puts a bad taste in everyone's mouth for the fitness industry. So people like this who get like looped in or categorized as bodybuilders put a bad taste. Like, you should see the shit that's on this guy in like Snapchat and stuff, or when you hear normal people report about this, you're just like listening to him like, oh my God. And he was taking steroid levels that were dangerous for your health and could have killed you. this kind of shit makes us be like, man, I don't call him. He's not a bodybuilder. When it comes to this, there's few angles that happens when it comes to someone's fitness journey. Okay, especially when it comes to people who want to be like influencers or bodybuilders or whatever it is. All right, you start this journey because number one or something like you got into this fitness thing for a few reasons. Right? Here's some reasons why people get into fitness. Number one, they didn't make the team in high school. They just weren't athletic or whatever, or they didn't fit into a group, whatever that group was, or they got picked on, right? Or they got dumped or something about it. So very few end up being like that, but a majority of this industry, it starts off like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. The only issue with that is that is a clear indication of an insecurity that is not treated properly. What I mean by that is the approach to help or to fix someone's insecurity is to create a body and a physique where people like him. In the video we're gonna go over this, he says a lot of those things. He reveals that doesn't always fit in or whatever it is. Again, when you do that and you build your persona on a fake person who is actually not confident, then you will stick to the lie as long as you possibly can because you're terrified to be outside of the group again. You start getting those triggered insecurities because you didn't fix the issue. And the issue isn't to just mask it by trying to look good. It's to fix your inside. It's to learn to love yourself. Learn to be alone. Learn to be okay with how you look. Be okay with your personality. Be okay with being different. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But that is the pursuit to getting over insecurities, not creating a fabricated character that you now have to go to the grave with until you get caught. And someone like this who's like, I'm rich and rich, guess what? He shows it. This is the most I've watched Liver King, literally. And just looking at him like, man, you can just see the insecurity in it. Even to this day now, the people that I'm around that are extremely successful don't talk about it. You don't. And the ones that do, it just screams insecurity. I'm rich.
I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye. It's
there again.
tricky as fuck to navigate.
It's only tricky when you gotta like juggle things around that you shouldn't be juggling around in the first place. Because if you're your normal self, if you're your authentic, true self, there's nothing tricky about anything. The only thing that makes it really tricky is when things start to grow and you gotta manage employment, money. That makes it tricky. But like getting up in the morning, I'm gotta be like, oh shit, I gotta put my character on. Damn, I gotta hold this thing for a while. Damn shit. Oh man, like what you got, honestly, like what you guys see, what you get. I'm the exact same person I am in the camera in real life. Let's keep going.
Well, clearly I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed.
What the fuck does that have to do with you fucking acting like all you have to do is eat fucking liver to get the body you have? What the hell does that have to do with people who are committing suicide, depression? And if you were going to figure out one part of your damn teleprompted fucking message, apology, you couldn't just memorize that one. Just take the character, man. Take it off, man. Stop. Just be yourself. Here's how this goes. So you never get duped ever again. If you are talking to somebody or follow somebody that says they're a lifetime natural, say that again. If you know somebody or follow somebody that says that they are a lifetime natural, they look remotely close to an IFBB professional bodybuilder. Let me make this clear and specific. If you talk to somebody or follow somebody that says they are a lifetime natural and they look remotely close to anybody in the open bodybuilding class, anybody in the 212 class, anybody in men's physique, anybody in classic physique, anybody in women's bodybuilding, anybody in figure, anybody in physique, anybody in wellness, anybody in bikini, and anybody in fitness. If they look like anybody that's an IFBB pro in any of those divisions, anyone you know or anyone that you follow that comes remotely close to any of these characters, to any of these classes, they are not natural.
Johnny, what about you?
I've been off of everything for over a year. This is all I'm taking. This is the best plug there is. All I'm taking is this. But A year and a bit ago, I was on steroids for a decade. It's simple. If you know somebody or follow somebody, if your favorite influencer says that they're a lifetime natural and they look remotely close to someone close to like Nick Walker, Chris Bumstead, or Brandon Henderson, or Laura Lee Chapados, or Missy Trescott, or Jen Dory, or Cindy Guion, or Yarisha, or I don't know, Sean Clarda, if they look remotely anything close to that, they are not natural. And you don't have to wonder ever again and get duped by this shit. I'm done. That's it. How do you guys feel in the comments below? How do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments below. And don't think I'm not going to bring up Michael Hearn's reaction to Liver King being exposed. Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? More on that soon.